Sacramento Kings are rumored to be doing a fire sale with some of their players. Probably most of them. It's been Sabonis talk out there, DeMar DeRozan talk out there. They're like 14th in the West. But let's talk about it. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Sabonis, I'm not sure. Sabonis and Jalen Duren, I'm not sure that works. So I'll address that first. But then you got guys like Zach LaVine, Dennis Schroeder. I feel like if Dennis Jenkins wasn't doing what he was doing, I think they may entertain bringing Schroeder back. But, you know, I haven't heard much from Schroeder. Seemed like Detroit was a great fit for him. He wanted to chase opportunity and money. And they went to get Russell Westbrook. So I don't even think he started, and I could be wrong. Zach LaVine, I think low risk, high ceiling guy. I think you don't have to trade much to get Zach LaVine. But one thing he does fill a void in, he gives him a flat out scorer. Similar to Lauri Markkanen, a lot of offense. Can you get him to play defense? That's the question. You look at a guy like DeMar DeRozan, he's not the shooter that Zach LaVine is, but the character is high. The athleticism is still good. Defensively, he's really well. But it just don't seem like, maybe a change. He shoot the ball particularly well from three. But, he's pretty good. Keegan Murray, a lot of guys wanted him over Jaden Ivey. He's probably one of the guys they'll keep. But, good defender, can catch and shoot. Probably can come in and just do what Tobias can do. But I think he might shoot that corner three a lot better than Tobias. Good rebounder, long arm, solid defender, probably on par with what Tobias is athletically. Keegan Murray wouldn't be bad. You start talking about Keegan Murray, Trey Murphy, but I think the prices are high for those young players. Kind of remind me of each other, long arms, hybrid 3-4 guys. So Murray would be very interesting for the Pistons, honestly. His ability to catch and shoot, defend, seem to be a high character guy. But I think the most, intriguing guy is probably Zach LaVine. He's a guy historically who had put up tremendous numbers versus the Detroit Pistons. He's been like the Piston killer. I haven't seen him drop 40 pieces on the Pistons. And I think that's kind of, what we missing is a guard in the backcourt. We missing a number one scorer. I know Cade don't really want to be the guy that's dependent on to get 30, 40 points a night. I think he just want to be all around and pick and choose when he want to get buckets, handing that responsibility over to LaVine. I think it'll be right up LaVine's alley, to be honest with you. You come to Detroit and you got the green light. They calling plays for you. I don't think really he's going to break the rhythm of the team. He could, isolating a little bit too much, but I think he'll find it easy to get to his 25, 30 in Detroit by coming off the motions, the pin downs, spacing the floor. I think he's going to get better looks. I think, I don't really think he played with a guard outside Alonzo that I can remember that can get him the looks that Cade can. Whether it's Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren, all three of them are great passers of the basketball. I think he can literally come here, like I said about Kyrie, and do what he's supposed to do, and that's score. And guess what? The pressure ain't on you to score 30 every night because you're going to have Cade helping you, JD helping you. You got a couple guys that's going to help you, but flat out, he can come here and really just be Zach LaVine. And I don't think it's going to cost you much. Obviously on the salary cap it will, but he can be Zach LaVine, flat out. All they going to ask, we ask him to do if he come here is defend, give an effort defensively. That same effort you see Duncan Robinson give, if Zach LaVine gave that very same effort, I think he could be an all NBA defensive type of guy. So you can't bring that, I don't play defense attitude because I'm scoring 30, 40 points a game. You come here, you got to defend, but he would be what they missing, a number one scoring option. The thing is, he just ain't won nothing. So he got to learn to win with us. He got to learn to win with us, but he's a walking bucket. At the end of the day, you ain't going to pay a Kyrie price. You ain't going to pay a Lauri Markkanen price. You know what I'm saying? He's the alternative, but I like it. If they can get him to be like, look here, man, we bring you here, but you got to play some defense. If he can play some defense, it's going to be interesting. Now, am I giving up Ron or Asar Thompson? No. I might give up a first round pick and a protected pick or something like that with him and a couple other guys to make the money work. But other than that, I'm not giving up too much for Zach LaVine. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. You see why you give up money for a Keegan Murray or something like that. I feel like if Dennis Jenkins wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, you probably potentially be like, okay, Schroeder, why don't you come back? You potentially cool with bringing Schroeder back, but Dennis Jenkins doing what he doing, that's, pretty much eliminated the need for Dennis Schroeder. So once he continue to learn to take care of the basketball, it's over with. So, but you don't really have a need for Russ. DeRozan, his inability to really shoot at a high clip, that kind of limits him. But one thing about DeRozan, he gonna defend. He's a high character guy. So he gonna come in his locker room, and I think it's gonna be easy transition. I think it'll be funny seeing LaVine come in the locker room from him being a Piston killer for all them years. But I just think he can walk right into a role and just keep going, doing what he's doing in Sacramento, just defend. He's gonna walk right into a role where it's fit for him. We want you to score. We want you to go crazy. We want to encourage it. So it's going to be a transition. But if I was to get any guy off the Kings, it'd be Zach LaVine and Keegan Murray. Simple as that. If I was doing anything, I was doing anything with them, I'm targeting somebody, Zach LaVine, Keegan Murray. If I was targeting most guys around the league that I can think of that may be available, I think Trey Murphy might be really, really high on that list. I'm marking it somewhere up there. AD, I'm considering it. Kyrie, I would strongly consider it, but the injuries scare me there for both of them. But, honestly, high on that list is, I think marking is high on that list. I think it's Zach LaVine, I think a team like Denver would benefit from a guy like that. Got a wing that can just, hey, man, outside of JM and Jokic, shit, get a guy that can get a bucket. So you get you a guy that can get you a bucket, I think that's what Denver missing. I think that's what Detroit missing, just a guy that can get you a bucket. So, but I'm pretty sure you can find other guys. Miles Bridges, they might move him. So Cam Thomas over there in Brooklyn, not sure what he's doing. This guy's they'll probably be a little bit cheaper, about the same amount, or a little bit more expensive. You can find and get you a bucket. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out Detroit Pistons Top Playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on Facebook, X, Instagram, everywhere. Hit the link tree. It's the first link in the description to show you wherever I'm producing content at. Peace.